side, and this is what I do. We sell pool companies. We have pool companies. We have a few in contract. We have buyers. So just wanted to understand the business.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Okay, well, you're definitely a small company compared to what it deals with. So answer questions, and I'll give you the answers.
Sure. So are you the sole owner?
No, I have a 25% partner.
Okay.
And background, you're in business since 1972, I would say.
Wow.
Yeah, I started this when I was in college. I have a master's degree in tax accounting and I did an electric job.
Very cool. So 54 years, 53 years.
Yeah.
That's a very good, that's a strong point there. So that's great.
Okay, we have a great reputation on the pool.
I'm going to get this guy to like me.
With any other social media?
Social media is everything nowadays. That's my business.
Okay, well, you can check us out. It's Long Island Swim Pool Service. You can check us out and see that we are top-rated. Our only complaints are when I decide not to take a job, because I think it's going to be not what we want to do, and then people get upset, and they give us a bad rating.
Absolutely, I get it.
And we've never taken money from them, but
You can't please everybody.
guilty, and that's why, you get offers all the time,
He's got 18 followers.
You can pay them to take that video.
What's it on Instagram? Yeah, everyone will. So it's your partner, yourself. How many employees do you have?
We have, I'm going to say 13 or 14 employees. Let me just not count them off. We have 11 to 13, depending on the season.
Okay, 11 to 13 employees. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then do you have any trucks that you own as a company?
We have 6 trucks that are maintained very well. They're older, but they're all maintained. Never scare any expense to take care of them. So we have 6 trucks.
Okay.
We have, I have a building. I don't have a lease, but I have had a lease for 13 years. But I can get a lease, no problem if it was necessary.
Well, how much space do you occupy in the building?
We have about 3,900 square feet.
Oh, it's a nice size.
Yeah, I actually gave up some of it because I didn't need it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely big. Yeah, I'm sure we can relocate anywhere. That's not an issue.
I mean, ideally, if you could find a buyer who wants to buy the accounts, that would probably be...
I'm on a seller call. The key's not here. Oh, wait, it's right there. I see it.
Yeah. We actually went down a little bit this year for a number of reasons, but we opened 757 pools this year.
Wow, that's a good amount. Wow.
Well, it's down from what we did in the past few years. And part of it is because a number of pools that we normally open, we changed their liners this year, or they decided to get rid of the pools for whatever reason. We normally close about 75 pools more than we open.
Okay.
We also do shrink wrapping at the end of the year of furniture. Well, we don't advertise. If I wanted to advertise, I could have a lot more business.
You're in business 54 years. I mean, you don't have to.
No, we don't have to. It's all my own customers. It's all word of mouth. Plus, I'm 74 years old. I don't care to do more work.
Yeah, you're living the dream.
I am very selective. I could have retired 10 years ago if I didn't enjoy working.
No, it's great that you love what you do. That's amazing.
I'm in great physical shape and I can keep on going. But my partner, who's 12 years younger than I, he's the one who actually wants to retire. And he's Colombian and wants to move back to Colombia.
Is he 100% ready to sell at this point, or does he have to be convinced?
Yeah, he doesn't have to be convinced. And pretty much, I around 75%.
I don't know if I should have said
one anyway. He's never ever questioned me on
That he doesn't work there?
And quite frankly, he's never asked about anything.
I'll get more chairs right after
He
this.
just does what he has to do to make some money.
Cheers. I'll get it.
But he's more ready than I am to retire. Because even though he has a lot less than I do, his money will go a lot farther
Yeah.
in Colombia than mine will be in the United
Oh,
States.
sure, absolutely. So you about 775 pools you opened this year.
Yeah.
What is?
We only closed 75 more than we opened.
So you close about 850-ish in that range.
Yeah. And again, that's a little bit down from the past couple of years.
And what does it cost for you to open and close a pool? Like, what's the cost there?
If they wanted to charge a customer,
Yeah, what do you charge a customer?
if they don't have a heater, it's $449 plus any chemicals or supplies.
Okay.
If they have a heater, we charge an extra $40 for the heater.
Got it. Okay, so between opening and closing, you're around 700,000, roughly 700,000-ish in revenue. And then
I haven't done the math on it. I mean, I can tell you.
it's just high level. Yeah, what's the gross? What's the total gross for everything?
Last year we grossed $1,425,000 and change. Now I will tell you that some of it, like most other services,
I understand. Yeah.
okay, but I can document every penny.
Yes, there's always a component to that. You know, I do a lot of car washes. I understand.
Okay, well there you car washes.
And the good thing about the difference, like from doing deals, which I do bigger deals than what Andrew does, but the difference about what we do is we'll get you every dollar for what you actually do. Like the people that buy the small businesses, as long as we can reverse engineer it, like you can prove it, then we can get you top dollar.
Everything. Period.
Now, as far as the maintenance, do you have any maintenance work and
We do.
Yeah.
We do pretty much, I'm going to say 130 to 140 weekly vacuumings.
Okay.
But that's not a huge money making vacuumings. That's the worst profit margin.
Yeah.
Okay, but you have to do that to maintain your opening and closing customers. Otherwise, they'll go elsewhere.
Yeah, of course. I have a pool. I need that.
Okay, so we do that. And again, if I wanted to, that I can grow so much more. But a lot of times I don't take work if we haven't opened or closed the pool previously.
Yeah, I get it.
And again, in the past number of years, I wasn't interested in growing the business anymore.
Understood. I mean, there's 54 years into it. You're looking for someone else to come in and take your baby, give you a nice dollar, and
Exactly. Now we also do some. I don't build in-ground pools anymore. I used to, but I do build above ground and semi-in-ground pools. And we're recommended by a lot of, in that business, the places that sell them don't usually build them, so they recommend us to build them. So we do quite a bit of that.
I mean, that's another big money maker that someone can take it to the next level.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a lot of verticals. I have guys that buy pool companies. They also own landscaping companies. They also own other home service companies.
Sprinkler companies and things like that.
Yeah, it's called a bolt-on. They just bolt on other service businesses. So this is definitely right up my alley. Right now I just looked at my database. One of my brokers, he has a pool company in Albany. We got the deal in contract last week for $1.2 million, and he's cash flowing around $350.
Okay.
So that's a similar comp. I think I like yours a little better because, I do like it a lot better because you're in business for 54 years.
My customers, we have an incredibly high loyalty rate. My customers don't look to shop around prices. they use us because we're reliable. And quite frankly, we're better than pretty much every other pool company. We go pretty far, but we don't go that far into Suffolk. We're a little bit further on the South Shore than the North Shore. But if it's worth it, we go there.
Okay. And there's not a lot of like the new construction side, you said you don't really focus on that. You're more just opening, closing, service.
Yeah, I did that because that's pretty much an annuity.
Yeah.
You know, with new installations, which are way down across Long Island, by the way, new installations, because a lot of people from COVID accelerated their purchases of the pools. And whereas 2021 and 2022 were great years because of COVID, the new pool construction has died dramatically.
Yeah, it was called a home staycation during COVID, right?
Exactly. So, you know, it's going to take a while for that to rejuvenate itself again.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, you know, things change. There's new families with, you know, 7-year-old kids coming up every year, and they don't have the money to send them to camp, so they have to buy food.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
The good thing about this is that, you know, I speak to a lot of business owners every day. I mean, our company, we have almost 1,000 exclusive listings, 250 brokers, so we're constantly speaking to businesses. When I speak to someone that owns a home service business, it's the best. To me, it's my favorite type of business to sell because there's just a demand of buyers. But, you know, on our end, we have to really vet and make sure that people that are reaching out, obviously everything is completely confidential. So, you know, that's the biggest thing that I preach is confidentiality. No one's going to know anything about your business until I know like everything about them. I basically interview them. I'm just giving you high level info. You know, the pool business right now, your threshold on EBITDA, you know, historicals, they're trading between 3 and 4 times EBITDA. So that's the comps right now. I would start on the higher side, around 4 times. You know, the biggest thing here is obviously there's a component of it that we discussed before in I'll call it green, where it's going to be tough to get an SBA loan or any bank financing because, you know, people have businesses and they run their personal items through their personal life through their business, right? So, you know.
And to some degree, I do.
Okay.
I'll pay for some personal items and run it through the business because no one's ever going to know.
Exactly, and everyone does that, and that's normal.
Exactly.
But I think to give you a real evaluation, if you like, I can sign an NDA. If you can send me over just a couple of years of financials, I'll give you a document of an evaluation, and if you like it, then you know we could talk and see if we align on that, and then moving forward.
That is absolutely fine, but I would like the NDA ahead of time.
Yeah, I have it now. I can send you a mutual NDA, and then I'll get you over an evaluation, and you tell me what you think.
Okay, fair enough. Sounds good to me. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, he told me he was good.
Okay. All right, so I'll be looking for that and good speaking to you.
Great speaking to you. I look forward to working with you.
Okay, great. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. So that's it.
What did he get on that?
He ended about 350. New car wash. I want everyone to work on. Yes.
Are we gonna do a video? Because that's what sells.
We're gonna do the video. So this is hey. How are you? I'll have chairs in 20 minutes. Oh, sorry guys.
Jackets.
Somebody take this jackets.
Jackets and
Snuggy
blankets.
blanket.
So before I go into it, actually, why don't we start with you? Why don't we tell everyone the
You
story?
want to save the best for last?
No, we can do it now.
I mean, we finally got this pizzeria deal done.
Yeah, awesome.
$1.2 million, almost $1.2 million. And there's a lot of tooth and nail fighting to get to the close. They didn't want to pay us the commission.
So at the closing, let's go over that real quick. So
Yeah.
at the closing, the deal was $1,075,000. We got $175,000. $7,500 commission. So at the closing, the two nut job sellers, and they are out of
They
their
are.
mind.
They are.
They're like, you to me. It was just, it was like, you. I'm
That's
not
their
paying
favorite
you.
word.
I'm like, yeah, you are. He's like, yeah, no, I'm not paying. No, I'm paying you. We're getting half. You're getting half. I'm like, no. The deal's off then. He's like, they're like, no, we're not paying. I'm like, you signed an exclusive agreement. On the exclusive agreement, whether you take a partnership, whether you sell in finance, you owe us the full commission at closing. Ask your attorney. Luckily, I was friends with his attorney. So there was no, even if I wasn't, we still would have done it.
Yeah.
So we basically I brought the agreement to the closing. I knew something was going to happen. I showed it to him, and he's like, no, the deal's off. I'm like, all right, the deal's off. Sorry, guys. I walked out, and then the guy called me. He's like, come back. My lawyer called me. He's like, come back in. And they just paid us. So then I was like, these guys pissed me off.
Wait, what was the reason? Well, we didn't even get to the bread and butter
They're
yet,
very
so
difficult.
they don't
There
have
is
to pay
no
a commission.
reason.
This is Johnny.
You didn't hear the voicemail? Yeah, like, were you here for that or no? Oh, okay. I'll play it for you
This is my
later.
seller. Look, the bottom of the deal is to get this deal to the finish line, we lowered the sale price. And that was tooth and nail fighting. So we got an agreement, both ends. The buyer didn't want to pay the 1.2. We got him down to 1.1. Then we got it down to 1075, right? Yeah. So, you know, they really didn't want to come down in price. They were really firm at 2. One brother wants top dollar. The other brother doesn't give a shit. Believe. But he's got to deal with his brother, so they're both fighting each other. They're fighting with us, and you got to keep pushing it to the close because we made an agreement, right? $1,750,000. They wanted 1.2 from the very jump street. Fine, we tried, can't get it. Your financials suck. You can't even prove what you're making, basically. So off. You're lucky you even got that. But realistically, we got it down to 175. Pushed it to the closing table. Now he knows he's out another 175, and we already reduced the price. So there was a little tooth and nail with that. They're looking for every reason not to pay you, and I guess that's going to happen with some deals.
It happens with some people.
So you have to make sure you have all your paperwork, everything in order.
You have to.
No, don't try to sell anyone without an agreement because that will. I mean, it's written in the agreement.
He would have screwed us over. If he could have, he would have screwed us over left and right.
They were looking for the holes. They were looking for every hole possible not to pay us. And they even called me while Mike's at the closing table. Oh, my brother's under the impression he signed a different form. I go, all right, here's the email. Here's the email on December 29th before New Year's. It was really New Year's Eve the guy signed the form.
Yeah.
Here's the email. It says in the front of the email, exclusive listing agreement. But they're asking me every little thing possible, like, you told us it was non-exclusive. I go, I didn't say anything. I said, when you're done dealing with the buyers you have and you can't sell it, call me, I'll sell it for you. That was my exact words to them. And that is my exact words. Oh, you got buyers, everyone wants to buy it, no problem. When you get sick of this shit and they bail, call me, I'll sell it for you.
We got him top dollar.
Yeah, you guys have. They were like mad that they got the job done. It was so strange.
Every pizzeria that went in this joint that has a pizzeria, nobody was paying this. Every Italian family said, "F you, we would not pay this shit for that place. No way." Everyone. Every
Remember, I was the first one.
Yes. Everybody turns to
We got the list.
Well, we'll get into that. Let's finish with the So basically, the guys argued with Mike over the agreement. So I sent the agreement to Mike. Mike shows it to them. They're calling me like, we didn't sign an exclusive. You said non-exclusive. They're looking for anything.
Yeah,
to twist words, trying to change it, anything to us at the end. And I said, well, you know what that means, right? That means if you had a buyer, right, and the buyer's buying, that means you don't owe me anything. But because it's our buyer buying the place, you owe us the bill. You know, and he was like, okay, well, my brother was just on the impression he didn't sign that. I go, all right, well, here's the only email that went to him. Here's the email chain. This is the only email that ever
That's
One
my
email went to
favorite.
him.
It's the only email that's ever been to me.
In caps,
It's the
exclusive.
exclusive listing agreement. Yeah, because we have the Headstone template that literally says ELA, exclusive listing agreement. It's like the first word at the top. So I sent it to his brother, and his brother's like, my brother's a he goes, my brother's an asshole, I'll call you back.
I love that they're calling
He just
you
hangs up the
from
phone.
closing table.
Yeah.
That's
So
funny.
we close this deal, we get the check, and the buyer goes to move into the place, and they won't want to move in.
You won't see.
They want them to finish, it's a Wednesday, they want them to finish out the week. Because
We
apparently,
tricked them, and I don't care if we can say we tricked them. I told them, listen, they f with us, so we f with them, honestly. And the buyer's our friend now, right? So we told them, listen, It's the buyer's first day. It was Thursday. It's the buyer's first day of business on Thursday. Meanwhile, it was his first day of business. The buyer gets the sales. He's like, well, yeah, you're right. I'm like, you can't take over. And so we got him an extra day of those sales, which is good.
But bottom line is they're trying everything and anything to just collect the last dollars they can to make up the reduction in price. And honestly, they were idiots if they didn't settle for that price because they never would have gotten the money we got them for this place. You know?
I can't believe you guys battled with them all the way.
No,
Yes, but no.
Experienced restaurant guy, but he never really bought a business. He owned one, or he trusted us. Johnny stepped in a lot. You know,
We almost lost him back and forth. So like we almost lost the sellers wanted to sell. We almost lost the buyer ready to close any minute. You know, there was a lot of hand holding, and we switched sides each time. Like almost every time, it would be you talk to Jimmy, I'll talk to Coach. It was back and forth over these buyers and sellers. Like literally, the buyer would call me up. No, I dealt with Mike. I'm just gonna deal with him. Okay, no problem. Talk to you later. Then he actually, it switched somehow. He's mad at Mike, so he's calling me. And I'm like,
that's fine.
yeah,
As long as we get it done.
And the main thing was just diffusing. You know, you just diffuse the situation.
There's always a solution.
The buyer's pissed, you let them vent, and then it's good. You're fine. They got their off, you know? And I'm like, I don't even know what he said. All right, on to the next thing I was doing. What was I going to the gym? I think I screaming me on the phone in the car. I'm just like looking out my window. What am I doing next?
Tell him the kicker with the video.
With the video? All right, so the kicker was we got the deal closed. The new guy's in there trying to learn everything. The place is literally a disaster. The new guy's stressed out. And Mike goes and pays a visit and does a little Instagram video. He records the place, shows the
I didn't care.
shows the name. He starts the video with the name of the place. So everybody knows it's the white
Shit's
Sox.
going viral. I'm getting calls from the cleaners, from
The guy calls us up, flipping out. So if anybody ever saw, Casino
I had to
with
take
Joe
him off.
Pesci, that's literally him.
No, really.
He's literally like, how many calls I'm getting from back home? Everybody's calling me to clean.
Yeah, when he's in the desert. I'm like,
Everybody's
nobody
calling me. Yeah, he's literally flipping
I
out.
called him, I said, what do you want? He's like, you put that all my business on. I'm like, dude, you're trying to screw us.
Yeah,
On the
really.
business. F you. You're trying to screw us at the closing. I'm always respectful, not like that, but
Yeah.
Those guys screwed their own father-in-law.
Yeah.
You know them? Yeah, there's a lot of issues.
oh yeah, so they deserve it.
Yeah,
So.
there's a lot of karma for them, but
But we got it done.
He posts a video and my phone's still ringing. Text messages going off. You're flipping the f*** out. This is supposed to be.
I'm reading the comments.
You
He's
just
like, I'm
said
reading
this
the
guy.
comments on TikTok. He's getting hit because everybody's talking about how much they hate them and like, can we eat inside the pizzeria now?
Yeah.
You know, so he's like reading the feedback from his own
Who
customers.
is this guy? You say quesadilla.
Yeah,
That's
he
the
got
case
so
of
mad.
He was giving me racial Jewish slurs. You know, who is
Yeah,
this company?
yeah.
Who's this stylist?
Yeah, it was bad.
I said, I feel like going over there, but I'm not.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is we got the deal done. These two are f***ing maniacs. This is definitely a learning curve because you're going to deal with idiots in this place, man. I mean, it's New York we're selling businesses, so you're going to deal with people resisting tooth and nail to sell their business, even though they want to sell it. You're going to deal with the buyer who wants to jump off the bridge after he just bought
He got
it.
in a car accident on the bridge.
Yeah, he did. Yes. The guy totaled his car the day we got the contract. Yeah, he signed the contract, went to go visit the business and totaled his car.
But at the end of the day, he got a great deal, and we got his back. Johnny gave him a pizza guy already that he knows, and Johnny, shout out to Johnny, he killed it on that, and then he killed it on the other one. He just
Play place, yeah, the
two
kids' play
deals.
place. At the same time. I had a closing an hour apart from each other, same day. So it was a struggle getting both these things to the finish line. It took 6 months for the pizzeria. The other one was pretty easy, honestly. That was 90 days it was closed, real quick. Honestly, 60 days I think it took. From May to end of July. So that was a pretty quick deal, but when you're trying to get these listings and you're trying to get the sales done, you just got to keep pushing it. And then eventually, they happen the same day. I'm like, how does this happen? I couldn't close the pizzeria in like March, had another one in June, another one.
That was great.
It was like tooth and nail fighting one, and then everything just popped in 1 month.